On our last one, we completed the newest map in Bloons TD6, Tinkerton, at 2 hours and 17 minutes, giving us our second place time. So coming off of such a good run, I want to step it up a bit and I want to go advanced. Today we're going to be doing Spillway. Now, as you know, this map can get a little crazy because it comes from 4 different entrances and then it leaves through 4 different exits. So I think the best hero for this will be Etienne, and not just any Etienne, it's going to be Alien Etienne, because I feel like the Spillway made a spillage, which turned our little guy green and now he's an alien. Goes with the lore. Now, our best place advance time is Sunken Columns at 2 hours and 24 minutes, and I would like to see if we can beat that time. Clearly, we're not going to be beating Cubism or Tinkerton's time because it's just a longer map. Not the fact that it's advanced, it's just longer, which takes the balloons longer to get to us in the middle because most of your defense is in the middle. But either way, we need to get going, so I'm going to hit that timer, hit play, get going, put our guy right there, and that should handle most of it, I think. And then since it is beginner, we are going to have more money. I do think it's the best use of our time and money to place towers up at the front because then we can go as quick as possible. It's just with things like chimps or half cash, that's not gonna work. So we're gonna have to work on these earlier beginner and medium maps and modes to get our best time going for us. Because see right there, that took that long to get there. That's just not gonna work for us. And snipers are great, but they're not the best because you don't have that much room for them. Now, if I place one right here, you kind of get like a good little area, but if you place it on this side, you get nothing. So this works just for general popping, I believe, if we can make it go fast enough. So I'm thinking maybe like a shrapnel shot and then faster firing, or just throwing tons of tacks at the front of the screen on every single one. But you're talking a lot of money for something like that. But as long as we can keep everything at the front, we're gonna be moving through this quickly. But if you can remember, on Tinkerton, we didn't even see any balloons. There was none to be seen ever because we kept them at the front of the screen at all times, and that's just not gonna happen here. So I'm gonna take a forecast and I want you guys to let me know below what place you think we're gonna get. Now, I did practice chimps a little bit. I did practice half cash. So we're going in with a big head, telling ourselves that we are not going to lose at any game mode. So given the fact, if we beat them all without any flaws, what time do you think we will be? I think we can do a top 10 time because number 10 right now is Peninsula, another advanced map, which does take some time for the balloons to go around. But I could be completely mistaken, and the plan that I have going in might not be the fastest. We plan to use boats and mortars, things that can just globally hit and attack to make this as fast and as easy as possible. But in my opinion, I think like helicopters are going to be a total waste on this map just because they spin around like crazy, and then a plane's only going to be good once we get never miss targeting. So it could work actually if we get 2100, but you're talking another 10 rounds or so to even get that. So maybe a bunch of snipers will be the best, or maybe turning all of these into triple shots to keep everything up at the front. That's actually not a bad idea. Now, the reason why we're using Etienne, well, one, because he's an alien and he matches the green of the map, which is just really cool. I like doing things like that because I'm a weirdo. And the other reason is because he has global camo. So once he gets level 8, everybody can see camo, which is going to super help us on chimps and super help us on half cash, so we don't have to waste money on a village or a sub or anything like that. And then thirdly, why he's awesome is his level 10 ability is a global plane or dragon or spaceship, whatever skin he's using, that just wrecks everything, and it's very, very, very helpful. So now I totally forgot about lead, so we're going to have to just do something like this, I guess. Yes, like, okay, that's the best we're going to have for now. I normally would have like a druid by now, but I just don't think he's going to be the best because he'll put a vine over here, but then nothing will be over there. That's why I'm kind of going with this for now. And I think we need to cover our camo until this guy turns level 8, but he's so close. I feel like it's a waste, but at least we're getting some range out of it. I did get a never miss targeting, but I feel like the best thing for round 40 on all of these are just going to be a straight Moab assassin. I'm wondering if I can afford it. I'll just sell this guy. I don't think I need him, and we'll go like that. And then I'll actually sell him too, because again, we don't need that. We have the never miss that's going to tear up everything, which is really awesome. And as soon as I can just start hitting the ability now, and then it'll just be an instant takedown. And then I think to get through this menuing as fast as possible, I have to double click advance. So we're going to go home, play, double advance, boom, Spillway, easy, primary only, perfect. There's a lot of P's in one thing there, and then we're going to hit play and go. Again, I think I'm just going to drop as many of these guys up there as I can, but look how long that's taking to go around. I mean, we're not going to really have to worry about losing too much because, I mean, you got a long time, but geez Louise, this takes even longer than that. I did have the plan to take an Etienne for chimps and half cash and then use like a Ben or an Oben for these earlier ones because they're really good and Oben can shoot through the middle, which would just speed this up a lot, and it's better than the drones. But then I was thinking, like, I do sometimes forget, or I spend so much time focusing on changing heroes that I think it's faster just to keep them, because we used a brand new hero Rosalia, and granted it was an easy map on Tinkerton, but we did one of our best runs, our second best run we've ever done with a new hero on a new map. So if you just stay consistent and keep your eyes on the prize, I think we can even do better. But recently there's been a closed beta for the new Ninja Kiwi game Bloons Card Storm, and I've been loving it. And I was live streaming it the other day, and someone mentioned to me about this series, and they said that I wasn't as helpful when it came to it as a guide, and they were hoping I could like explain more things in that case. But I thought I was doing pretty decent at least letting you know every single thing that I'm upgrading. So let me know below if you guys think that I could improve on making it a guide plus an entertaining feature of just putting you guys to sleep if you need something to listen to at night. Because I would like to help you guys out as much as possible, and I've been doing my best at making sure I show you all of my upgrades. I might not show everything, but I'll tell you what I did, or I'll kind of recap that situation if I had to use an ability or things like that. But as far as like showing you every single upgrade or mentioning like, hey, now get very quick shots, you're talking like hours of footage here, and I know nobody wants to see that. That's why I kind of just do it while I'm talking, and you guys can kind of just watch it as well. But leading off of that, what do you guys think of Bloons Card Storm so far? I was streaming it, getting some good results. Everyone seemed to like it. They're having some fun with it. Are most of you that are watching this right now that play Bloons TD6 or don't play Bloons TD6, do you plan on playing that game? Are you gonna wait to see how it comes out? What's it gonna be like? It is gonna be free to play, which is cool. So it'll be access for everybody. But what are your plans with it? Now, because I'm talking so much, I accidentally forgot to buy another dart over here, and we've been kind of just lagging. Now, I don't have enough for triple shot anyway, so it is wasting time going around in the circles, so I don't feel too bad about it. But you see how much this can be, like how this is kind of redonkulous, and this might take longer than I thought just for the sheer fact that it takes so long to go around the spillway. And why is there a lab coat here? What monkey wears a lab coat except for Dr. Monkey? Did they disintegrate him? Is Dr. Monkey... Hang on here. Did Dr. Monkey turn into the fourth path middle druid, or no, alchemist, the cookie monster, and then the glue gunners disintegrated him? Is that what happened because he was such a bad guy? I'm gonna create a story one day. There's one big long balloon story. I don't have any lead popping though, do I? Actually, how am I gonna take care of lead? That was a really bad idea. Okay, we're gonna have to do this. We're gonna go this one, and then like this. Oh, we had enough for it? Oh my gosh, I love beginner mode. That was so goofy. The other way is to have just like a bunch of towers down, like a bunch of these ones, or a top path tack, but I think that's kind of redonkulous. But actually, that's not a terrible idea too. Just to go through this a little bit faster, because we have camo covered. He's about to be level 8 anyway, which is gonna make all of these guys, but they're already camo, so it doesn't matter. And this one's already camo because I had to get the extra range, so everybody's good to go. I'm thinking for, well, 40 we'll just do the same exact thing, right? So I'm gonna tack it up a little bit and then sell them all at the end to get there. But so far so good. I'm kind of like doing this on the fly. I have plans, like I said, for chimps and half cash, but everything else we just kind of have to figure out what's the fastest, because the fastest tower is gonna be something like a Spectre, but it's gonna take a while to get there. So I'm thinking like maybe a top path boat will be like our big winner for a lot of these. So that's probably what we'll use on military only. So on 38, I guess I'll sell these tacks and let a little bit of it roll through while I get this one, just so we can have enough for it on 39. And then will this be enough though? I think so. Oh, I used the drone. I'm trying to use the second ability. That's what we're going for here. Now, right now, he doesn't ever get to level 10 because we're only getting around 40. But once we get that, that's going to speed things up a lot too, which is why I'm going for this hero. And there we go. We're done with that one. So play, double tap that one. Easy deflation. And actually, oh my gosh, we actually have to plan this out for once. That's not good. Okay, so I guess what we'll do is we'll go, I know this is really bummery and I really don't want to have to do it this way, but we're gonna have to, and just do it the best we can. 1, 2, 3, and we'll start it off now, and then we'll grab a village here, and then we will grab another one of these. Okay, that covers that. Now for lead, I think it just might be the easiest just to grab a druid. And I know we had to like double up on camo there, but it's just safer that way. And then we'll grab this one for jungle drums, and this will beat 60. This covers everything, but I'm trying to think of like a better way to do it. Maybe outbuff this one just to make him a little bit stronger. I'm not gonna lie, I hate this. I hate this with a passion. And honestly, I screwed up too, because I should have just done the double discounts to buy everybody cheap and then sold them, bought a regular one, and then I'd have enough for probably the faster throwing at least, or if not a whole nother alchemist. Oh my goodness. Another thing I could have done is just put this guy here and bought him all the way up to the crossbow master, but then we'd be waiting a while. This is actually 10 times faster. It has to be, because I'm not seeing a lot of bloons. On the Moab rounds, yes, it'll be a little bit longer, but for everything else, at least we can take it. And here's the first example of why I like Etienne 2. That third reason I believe it was this right here. This will speed things up tremendously. The Futurama spaceship, if you've ever seen that show. And it's going to be super, super helpful. And what is it? Round 56. So around 55, 56, we're going to be getting this every single time. Hopefully, as long as we can place him down as quickly as possible. And then we can just literally speed up our time like super much quicker every time it regenerates, which is awesome. And just like that, round 60. And then we should be on to medium mode with the poopy brown border. And there it is. There we go. On to medium. The only one I'm looking not forward to is reverse. Other than that, everything should be pretty chill. Can Etienne fit in the middle? I don't want to test it now. Now's not the best time for that, but I'm wondering if we could. Now this is regular medium mode, so I'm thinking same plan applies. It's just, this is kind of redonkulous to like have to keep putting them up there. It just wastes a lot of time regardless. Plus, getting up to triple shots isn't the cheapest feat. So I'm wondering if druid's the best way and just get like, what if we just had like 5 druids? Is that overkill? Like we always get 1 druid because we're like obsessed with a druid, but what about 5, 6, 7, who cares? Okay, I've spent a lot of money on these guys right now, and I'm thinking to myself, what if it was a dumb idea? Because I mean, I could sell 2 of these and get the druid up to where I need it to be. And then I bought this one dumbly anyway and put it in the wrong spot. I'm just used to like chimps or something, I'm not sure. So I think what I'm gonna do here is just sell, 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 and then buy. And then see if that is faster. Because between the 2 of them, yeah, see, that's what I was thinking. It is quick, but it's not that much quicker. Let's test out a second one and see what happens. We do have camo covered. We, of course, now have lead covered twice. Like, how many of these will I actually need, though? Like, this is kind of redonkulous. We've never done that before. Why do I keep saying redonkulous? Like the 4th time I've said it. Where did I even know that from? Isn't it like a Will Ferrell movie? Either way, I'm gonna put another one over here though and see how this works. I always like to kind of clutter everybody up in case I do buy a village, but we're not really looking for this guy to have the best attack speed. So unless it does affect the druid of the jungle, does it jungle drums affect the druid of the jungle? I don't know. You guys got to let me know. But now we have 3 of them. Our camo's almost completely covered, but this guy can handle 33, no problem. I'm wondering, should I just keep going? Just go a little crazy here, and until 35, we'll save up for something else and not even worry about it. It's kind of fun. And then right at 33, we get that one, or 34. Oh, it's just a little off. That's kind of a bummer because it would have sped that round up for sure. But isn't that so wonderful to have Etienne just give us camo? That costs a lot of money because you either have to get Shimmer, which is dog duty, or you have to get a sub, which isn't the best for this map because it takes time to go around the middle anyway, or you buy a village, so you're talking like a few $1,000s, which is crazy. But we have 4 druids, and just because I'm kind of weird about having things somewhat symmetrical, I know having 2 over there kind of throws it off. I want to see, like right here we go. Oh my god, I totally forgot about the stupid Moab though. Okay, and these cannot affect the Moab. So what we're gonna have to do is just to take it out, I'll buy this and then we'll just sell it. Because between Etienne's first ability and a sniper, we'll be able to take it down. I'm just trying to go for speed here. And then we have 5 druids and only 4 ceramics. So instant kill on the Moab. But that's what I've always said in the past, and people kind of like go back and forth on the comments. Isn't that kind of slowing it down because it takes time for the game to like do the animation of us sucking down the ceramics? As you'll see here, watch this. See, but the new rounds does start pretty much instantly, so I don't think it's that big of a deal now that I think about it. So we're gonna go like this, and then we're gonna get 1 farm because we just don't really have the fastest thing here. And here's a little glimpse into the plan that I have in the future. I want to see if it'll work here because it's not the best range as you see, but we already have camo, so that's not bad. And then if things do get to the middle, we have a destroyer, which is awesome. And then aircraft carrier is my plan because these take out Moabs pretty well with their little rockets, and then he does the damage on the inside if he needs to, but honestly it's just for the fact that he can just rock those Moabs. So if I get 2 of them, I mean that's even double the trouble, right? We should be doing even better. Plus I have a farm here to sell to where I can get to. What if I need, oh my gosh, those instant takedowns on those Moab ceramics are super cool. I don't know if you caught it up here on the left, but it's about to happen again. Watch this, instant boom. Just done because we have 5 druids. Why didn't I ever think of that? Just buy as many druids as you're gonna have on the screen when you break things open. Done. And now with 2 Moab destroyer thingies, we are good to go. Farm's kind of overkill on medium mode now that I think about it. But I mean, the faster we pop, the faster we win, the faster our time will be. And honestly, what I'm going for is I'm actually in a good chill mood right now. It's 2:50 p.m. at the time of recording this, so it's midday for me. I've already had my morning, got it all done. It's not too late at night to where I'm tired, and I feel like this is the perfect prime time to get a really, really good score, or at least I'm hoping that's the plan here. And we won't do any dumb mistakes. I think the thing I'm most worried about is probably Impoppable. Half Cash isn't that bad here because we have mortars, but Impoppable just kind of catches you off guard because I always over farm when I don't need to. But there's round 60. We are done home and we are on to what's next? Ooh, military only. Again, not that big of a deal though because we just drop our guy right here. I want to say Quincy. I don't know why Quincy. Etienne's his name. I guess I've been playing a lot of Bloons Card Storm and Quincy and Gwen are the only heroes. Which, weird for me to believe and say, but Gwen OP in that game, right? Not Quincy, Gwen. Now, since our first military is discounted due to our monkey knowledge, if you've been following along with this series, you should probably have the exact same monkey knowledge that I do, so you can follow this as a guide. I want to get something that costs a little more, like a helicopter or a plane, but I don't think any of them are good enough. I think a mortar is the best call. But then the problem is it's like we're waiting for things to get to the middle. It's just kind of nasty if you think about it. So this upgrade keeps us safe. Nothing's going to get past us, and if it does, it might be one bloon, but I doubt it because it circles around a couple times. But the problem is we're taking forever. This is going to be a very long, drawn out round 60 military. So I want to get this one, but the problem with this is that it's not really useful until we get to never mixed targeting because we don't have winged monkey unlocked yet as a targeting, which follows like the balloons around the track and stuff. So we're kind of stuck with something like this. So $2,500 to get where we need it to be. Now you could argue I could have gone there first, but then we wouldn't have anything to pop lead, which is why I went with the mortar, and the mortar saves us because this is the perfect map for a mortar if time wasn't an issue. Like you just put down all three of them and you'll be completely destroying every single game, especially like Impoppable and Chimps. But gotta be a little bit more strategic since we're going for that speed. But now we're cooking with fire. We got our never miss targeting and things should speed up tremendously, except for the leads obviously. But if we need to, since the plane can pretty much handle everything on its own, we can actually start targeting the mortar around ourselves, which is known as micro, which is also known as being completely awful and not fun in any way in this game. But if you need to do it, it gets the job done at least. Now I'm gonna go with artillery battery. I don't know if it's the best choice, but I know it can take down fortified Moabs with this ability on this map. When I was doing some testing, I saw that I could take down a regular Moab naturally with just using it like this. But then if I use that second ability, it's like an instant take, not even instant, but it does take down the fortified Moab, which is good. Now I do want to work on speed, so I think a boat is our best bet. It just costs so much money. So what we'll do is we'll sell our plane when we have enough to get that top path 4th tier boat. I take that back. We're just gonna get the aircraft carrier and keep the plane because they're both doing really well, and I haven't really had too many balloons hit the middle. So great stuff here. But I'm just worried about my whole future plan was to kind of utilize this middle path. And now I'm not the biggest pop and off fan, but it does really well. And it's not as lame as like the top path that sometimes feels like it's gonna let me down. But now my concern being is that, is it good enough though? Like it's gonna take so long for things to get to the middle. Ah man, I think I'm worrying about things I don't need to worry about. But right now we need to worry about just getting more pops going here. And then we could also start using our ability because this is what I was talking about. Once you get this thing, things are gonna start picking up because now you have an extra attacker throwing just onslaughts at all the balloons, which is amazing. We're already on round 60 almost. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move this guy over here and then use his ability to try to make it even faster. Oh, and I used the wrong ability. I used the third one, but both are great. They did great. But we're getting so much money because it's an advanced time, and I really like that. But now I'm worried about Apopalypse. I didn't think about this one at all. But ever since they made that change to where you get end of the round cash on Apopalypse, because that was the whole spiel. You get all these rounds coming at you super quick, plus you don't get any money at the end of each round. It was difficult, but now it's like, it's kind of just a lot of rounds at once. But for speed purposes, it's not that big of a deal because the rounds overflow in each other. So if one starts circling around, taking forever to pop, it doesn't matter because the next round's already there. So you're not losing any time for not popping balloons. You just gotta not lose to popping not balloons, if that makes any sense. But yeah, just once I get the druid, it'll keep the like the regrows from going too crazy, and then we're at a good spot regardless. And then I guess what can we do for a Moab? Because sometimes it comes out around 40, sometimes it doesn't. So I think one farm is probably secure. Like, come to think about it, we lost a few times on Apopalypse in those 30 or so something runs that we've done. But ever since they made that change, I don't think we've lost. Now watch me jinx it right now and lose, but it just hasn't been any real struggle at all. And I think they were going for the fact that like, oh, it's a medium map, so you don't need to have to struggle that hard. But then at the same time, like now it should be on beginner because it's just not that difficult. It just kind of just do it. We don't even really need the farm other than to speed things up later on. And I feel like I am sacrificing a lot of time by going this route, but at the same time, I feel like that money's really going to help out when things start ramping up because we don't have anything to even pop them up if it was to come out early or a ton of them come out kind of mid game. But see, right when I'm about to buy my farm, things do start to get out of hand, which is pretty funny. So I think what we'll do is like we did earlier, one more druid. I know it might seem like a little overkill, but it is going to help us. And then I'm going to start with a boat this time because even if a Moab does come out, he's not in the worst position. I mean, it's not the best range, but I think he does cover the entire circle. So we'll be totally fine and he can clean up whatever's there. Plus we have Etienne's cool first ability, which kind of takes down Moabs, but we have the druids to take down 2 of the ceramics instantly. I'm just so used to using Ben and his money and his health regeneration that I'm just like, I kind of feel handicapped not using him. Having that camo's nice, but you don't even need to worry about early Moabs when you have a Benjamin or money. But with the newest addition of our hero, Rosalia, is Rosalia your new favorite hero or what is your favorite hero? You got to let me know below. Every time it's always Sada. Some people say Azili, which is nuts. I don't know why you would ever say Azili is your favorite hero, but I mean, to each their own. But Rosalia is pretty cool. I wouldn't say she's my favorite right now, but Sada, because Sada, like if they remove Sada or nerfed her heavily to where she costs twice the price, which I wouldn't be like that flabbergasted, honestly. Like she's too good for her price. Every single video I mention how good Sada is, which is just kind of ridiculous. But if they like super heavily nerfed her, then I could understand why like maybe I might have to switch my favorite hero. But would it be Rosalia? I don't know. I really like her jetpack. She's like a less advanced version of like Corvus or Geraldo that you have to interact with, but not that crazy. Like all you can really do is move her around or change her targeting to like rockets or lasers. But I really like the fact that at level 7, when she starts flying around with her jetpack ability, you can pretty much move her anywhere. She can be on the track, on the water, it doesn't matter because she's flying above the track, which is super, super cool. And I was testing her out on this to see if I should use her for chimps. And she was doing pretty awesome because she started off here where Etienne was, and then I moved her to the middle once she could, and which is awesome because she has that like hold back ability. I really like that new hero, guys. If that's what I'm getting at here. But what are your thoughts? Let me know. Now, I think the best thing to do is start throwing in some like never misses just to clean up like the more balloons, because we all know that the planes on the boats kind of dookie, you know? They'll work sometimes, but then they fly off the screen and you're wondering where they've been for the past hour. But what's cool about Apopalypse is you're just chilling. You're like, okay, we're not doing too bad. And then all of a sudden it just ends out of nowhere just because all the rounds got out. Like, I don't even know if you have to pop a BFB. And from what I've learned and heard, everybody has their own experience with it. Like, there's a new seed every time you play the game. So if I was to play it, start from scratch and play it again, we're going to have different balloons coming out at different times, which I think is just purely wild. I don't know why that is. If someone knows the specifics, you got to tell me. But I mean, as long as you have a good, yeah, see, there we go. It just ended on 61, but it felt like we were still on 56. So that's really weird. But I think we're done now. No, dude, why do I always forget about reverse? Why is reverse the worst game mode in the entire game? But it really doesn't matter. Like, it's really not going to make a difference to us. Like, I guess balloons will come out of there a little bit more, but other than that, who cares? And you know what I always forget? Let me know if you do too. Reverse actually reverses the order of the balloons. So like on round 10, we're going to get a bunch of blues, like the big rush of blues first, and then the space blues, which I think is super funny because I always forget that. And I'm wondering like, why am I getting trashed on like, what is it, 36 I think has a bigger rush of pinks, or on 55 you start with a Moab and they get the biggest rush of ceramics, which I think is pretty funny. But we tried getting all the darts first before, and we've done the druid. I do want to test out just going with like a straight never miss targeting right off the go, but I don't think we get that $2200 or $2300 for a while. But maybe if I leave the plane like this, it'll still pop and like do some things to make it a little easier or faster. So if I'm not mistaken, when we get to round 15, it should be pinks first, right? Yeah, there's the yellows. I think we just already popped the pinks. But I think I answered my own question. I'd have a druid already, so I think druid is the superior choice, and we should do that going forward because the never miss is cool, but we're not going any faster. But then I don't know how much faster the druid would be. Plus, once we get never miss, we're going to go faster than druid. So I think it's like give or take or good or bad. I think it kind of evens itself out, or how the smart people say, it's all relative. Because now we should see a lot less balloons than even with the druid, I think. Especially once I get rapid fire and loads more darts. Lots more darts. There you go. Can any of you name every single upgrade? I would bet you that I could probably name like maybe half. I would call all of them by the wrong name. I think that's hilarious. Oh, here's the other downside of not having a druid. We have nothing to pop leads. Oh my gosh. So the druid is... That's why I overuse Sada. That's why I overuse druids. They are the best in the entire game. They just cover so much. Look how much out of area and out of things I have to buy when a druid could have handled the clusters of balloons plus the leads plus the camos since we have an Etienne. It's just kind of crazy. But we're going to try a different approach on this one, and I'm kind of excited about it. So we are going to get a farm because we can kind of handle ourselves right now. And with that, we're going to place a sniper right here because I didn't even think about this before. Sniper has a beautiful path that can hit every single spot except for here for some reason. And I have no idea why that is. But if you look, it's blocked right there. That's super odd. Maybe it's just the end of the track and nobody can go in there. That could be the answer too. And we're just going to go with an elite defender, and that might be a really good play. I'm not exactly sure, but we'll have enough for semi-automatic, which will make this mob pretty simple, I think. And I'll use the ability to... Did I use it too early? Oh my gosh, hurry up. Oh, because it's back. Oh my gosh, it's over there. I didn't even think about that. Okay, that's silly. I should have known. How would I have known that? Why would I have known that that comes on that end? That's not reverse. That's just opposite. Oh my goodness. Who cares? We're going to go with Elite Defender, and I think it's going to be very, very beneficial for us. And we're going to have Elite Defender before round 50 for the next set of Moabs. This is actually really good. I don't know why I didn't think about them. I really don't like having towers where they're by themselves, and I can't get an alchemist there, I don't think. Yeah, there's no chance. I'd have to get a boat, which I probably might get anyway, but it's just not good placement for if you want lead or buffs or villages to go faster. And we do need to actually worry about lead because 59, we're kind of on our own. So I think a plane would be the best one, or boat plane, I mean. And guys, I just thought of something crazy. So if it ever happens, I said it first, just so you know. But what if there's a new tower in Bloons TD6 called the Mini Tower, the Mini Monkey? And this Mini Monkey's whole job is it's like half the price of a dart monkey, right? But it's tiny. It has a tiny range. But why is that cool? Because it also has a tiny footprint. So for instance, I was thinking, because like, what if you could put 2 on here? But you could if you had a mini monkey. Now the mini monkey's hitbox is super, super small, which allows you to place it every place you didn't think you could. So you could probably fit one like right here, right there. And it'll have like obviously 3 upgrade paths, but they just won't be that strong. They're more of a support monkey to throw down when you need extra stuff. Kind of like Geraldo's turrets, how they have that really tiny footprint. How awesome would that be? But it might have to do something different than a dart monkey. Like maybe it can... Maybe its 5th tier is like good, but it's expensive. Or maybe it has like the cheapest 5th tiers and they're not great, but they can get you through the mid game. Just made that up in my head and I think that'd be super, super awesome. Just saying. But we're already almost done with this. Oh, I didn't even realize we're only on going around 60. So I'm going to sell this one and buy another one just to make it a little bit faster. So now we have all our camo leads covered for 59, I think, right? These guys pop lead. Do they not? Okay, we're not messing with that. We're going to use this ability. I know it'll be better for 60, but I don't care. We'll just do that. There we go. Instant kill with that thing. Are we onto the hard mode now? Yes, we are. Cool, cool, cool. Let's keep going. And we're at 52 minutes. Normally, we're around 48 minutes. So that answers my question. It does take longer. That's kind of a bummer, but you got to do what you got to do. But as long as we can keep this pace up, I think we're going to be okay, to be completely honest with you, which will be awesome. But I do think our best bet is to get a druid first, just because he has that versatility of just popping things on this side until we get him. The plane does not. It kind of just randomly throws things around. It can pop lead. It can keep things at bay. I just think it's a great call. Now, obviously, we have to farm a little bit since it is hard mode, but I want to make sure we have a good little basis of speed going around. Now, one thing that I do got to mention is I did test this out with Rosalia, and I want you guys to experiment with it more, but I almost had enough to get Flying Fortress as early as around like 95, and I wasn't going for it, so I think I can actually achieve it. And that was on an advanced map. Like, it would be one thing on like 1-2 tree or like a beginner map where you didn't have to do much. But all I did was get a Spectre, and after Rosalia's discount kicked in, and that 5% doesn't sound like a lot. Like I got a lot of people in the comments when I was using her on chimps mode saying like 5% is nothing to write home about, but it is. Like think about it, like in terms of like money and investing, right? If you had $1 million sitting in the bank earning you 5% interest, like a good money market account, right? You're gonna make 50 grand a year just sitting there on your butt. So 5% off of a lot of money is a lot of money. So for instance, like it costing, what would it be? Let's just say it costs 100 grand because I can't do the math in my head. For the helicopter, you saved 5 grand. That's really not that much, but it was enough that I could almost get it because I also saved 5% on the 4th tier, the Spectre, and then the never miss targeting. And next thing I know, I almost had it. I think I could have probably gotten it, but I didn't prep good enough. And so I kept losing on like 84, but you guys got to experiment more with it. And I almost thought about using her just to get it. I thought it'd be really awesome, but maybe next time. But there we go. We got our lead covered. We have our camo covered. We have everything covered except for a Moab. So I think now would be the time to get that first farm. But then I feel like we could also go faster. But how much faster can you go on here? It's kind of ridiculous. Well, maybe if we just got this one, right? See, now these two paired together, we should save a lot of time because when they start barreling out at the beginning of the round, it doesn't really matter. It's not the beginning of the round that matters just in the slightest. It's the end of the round. So if these two are already there and he has like his little druid bramble there and then he pops the last one, we are speeding through this pretty quickly. Doesn't matter how fast we take out the beginning. A little bit of a risky play. I got rid of that for $2,000 before the first Moab. I think it's a little sketchy, but what I'm thinking I'll do is just take it out at any way possible, and then we'll just get straight up to our boat plane, which, you know, sometimes I think like, am I going to get bored of the series? Because, you know, it's just the same thing over and over, but it's not. We have to use different towers for a lot of things. And yeah, a lot of them do carry over. Like we use the Druid a lot. We've used Etienne quite a few times. We use the Sniper, but like it's the patterns and the way you get to them that I think is fun and I find interesting. For instance, like we would never get like an aircraft carrier first. We might have done that on like cargo because that was like the best option. But for here, this is the best option because you're trying to go fast. So you want a tower that can attack faster for cheaper, which would be this one because it attacks globally, which we need, unless we went for something like a sniper, which is kind of limited. So I just really like that we have to like change strategies so much to make each map work better, which is just really cool. But that would be the same argument for just balloons in general, like what keeps you going playing the game. And that's what it's all about, right? It's like finding new strategies for different things. But there are some strategies you can use like multiple times. Like for instance, Avatar of Wrath works on like 90% of the maps, I swear. And then same with Sada and like a Spirit of the Forest works so much, but you know, it is what it is. But now we can just kind of rock with this for a little bit. Why don't we have hot shots? How crazy. Now I believe these farms have already paid themselves back. So I think it's more in your favor to buy 3 or 4 of them than just the 2, because now we're sitting here waiting. We would have made more money, even if it's just a few $100, we would have gotten there faster with this guy. So, but still not terrible. By round 56, we have a very speedy tower. And then I get a speed boost already from this guy because of the boat. So we can go with this one. Now, obviously, ideally, the Spectre is going to be better than like the 4th path boat. But then the problem is that it's a lot of money to get there. And Never Miss 2 there is not as good as a leap as like this 4th tier to the 5th tier, if any of that's making sense. But in the meantime, I think I'm going to speed this up on its own too, just to make them all super quick. And then 63 is not going to be a problem, but I do need 25 grand pretty quickly here. Another cool thing about Etienne is if you use his ability on the 2nd rush of 63, it carries over to the 3rd rush of 63, making 63 completely easy if you had a way of taking out that 1st rush. So if you had like a Maelstrom or something like that. So Etienne's ability is super good. I just keep forgetting to use the darn thing, to be completely honest. Part of me wants to sell these for 10,000 and just buy the plane right now and then not worry about anything else. And I think that's probably the best way to do this. So we just need $15,000, then we'll sell and then buy the plane. And now, yeah, dude, I think that's game. This is what we're used to on other maps, barely seeing anything but like little glimpses of Moabs and stuff. And I think that's what we needed this entire time. That's why we're a few minutes behind. So given that, I'm gonna still stick with my 10th place. I think we'll be 10 or under top 10 just because we're getting consistently better. I know we're coming off of 2 really bad runs prior to the last good one, but consistently we're thinking outside of the box and making sure we're not losing. I just gotta be better with hitting the escape button when I'm about to lose. But the problem is if I hit escape and then hit it again because I'm panicking, it unpauses the game and the next thing you know, you lost. I know there's that little button that, what is that, a tilde, I think they call it. I don't have that. I have a little tiny, it's like a Ducky 1SF or something. It's a mini keyboard. And so it doesn't have any of that stuff. Like when I want to use an FN key, I have to like a function key, I have to hold FN and then hit like regular on the number pad, like the 1 through 9 on the top. I don't have an F key. The only reason I mention all that is because I always get a comment about like, dude, just hit the other button and it won't do that. But it does do that, unfortunately, and I can't stop it. There might be a way to hotkey it, but I wouldn't know which one to use. And I don't like changing my hotkeys. But we have a lot of money. I've just been blabbing away this whole time, and I don't know why I do that. I could have just bought this to speed it up. I'm really excited, and I'm really nervous about Magic Monkeys Only, to be completely honest with you, because I don't know what we're gonna do for it. I really don't. Because normally we have like, oh cool, I can use that. Oh, did that even do anything? I used it too early, huh, that Moab Assassin? But I'm very nervous about what we're gonna use for this. Obviously Spirit of the Forest, but how are we gonna get there? So I guess we'll start with you, and we'll survive because I can get a ninja in the middle. It's a very small footprint, put him there, call it a day. But now what I'm concerned about is like speeding through the rest of it. Or no, not even that. Like, how are we going to take down a Moab? You're going to have to get a super monkey, but you can't place him in the middle. So you might have to open this up for $2,000. Like, we need money. We don't need to lose. So I think we just have to accept the fact that it's going to be slow. Maybe not. Maybe I can druid it up. Like several druids. Yeah, okay. Got it. Got a plan. Sorry, guys. Don't fret. I know what I'm doing. I've done this before. Here's my grand plan, and I actually think it's gonna work. I have 4 druids. So that means that when the mob breaks down to 4 ceramics, we're instant taking it down. I don't know why I never thought of this before. I kind of always felt like I was overusing druids as it was, so doing that's even crazier. I don't think I'm gonna have enough for this, unfortunately. Maybe though, because I shouldn't have bought, oh, maybe I will, okay. I bought the caltrops, and I didn't think that was a smart idea, but look how fast that was. That was so cool. And now that we're all camoed, because I didn't have to spend money on a village, I think I'll be able to get Spirit of the Forest by 63, because I have a few buddies here to sell if I need to. This is awesome. And if I can remember to use the ability, not only am I going to get $320, but I'm also going to get a life each time, because they changed that recently. You used to get a life at the end of each round, and now you just get it for using the ability, but the ability takes like 10 years to regenerate. So I still haven't figured out if it's making enough money to sell and get your stuff back, if that makes sense. I don't know if it's worth it to use the ability to try to get anything besides just going for Spirit of the Forest, having it be like a little bit of excess money, just because it costs so much to buy it. Like, that's an expensive 4th tier for something that doesn't really help you that much against anything but just regular balloons. So I did some math, and if I sold 3 of these, I would need $32,400 to buy this guy up. And what's happening, as you can see, is it's not strong enough to take down all this Moab class. So I need to figure something else out here. I'm thinking maybe a bottom path instead, because then I could at least have sticky bombs or just keep using these abilities. I think I'm using them a little roughly. I can take out 1 Moab, no problem. It's just 2 or more. So 57 could be a little scary if I don't have my ability back. But let's see how he does this first. Let's use our first rush there. Okay, that's not that big of a deal. Yeah, that's not terrible. And we should have 34,000 pretty soon here. And if I need to, I can sell him for even more money and make sure we get it. But we should be okay. Yeah, it's getting a little rough with these Moabs. This is those points where I'm like, okay, maybe you should change something up, but I won't. I'll just panic and do something stupid. But round 60, we could take down with the UCAV, so I'm not worried about that. Plus, we have enough to sell everything. So we'll UCAV, sell, buy. And now we have the best tower in the game, in my opinion. Well, no, it's just true. And look it. He's going to have his really good brambles across the center, so nothing will make it past center. Now I'm kind of rethinking my chimp strategy. I did not incorporate spirit. I'm going with more of mortars and boats, I think. If I remember what I liked the best, and I just don't know if that's the best play, to be completely honest. I really wanted to use a wizard on this map for Magic Monkeys Only, but I didn't know how to make, I didn't know if he saw through. I thought you'd maybe have to go with the top path. Well, actually, which wouldn't matter. We have Etienne. We already have camo. Oh, that would have been a genius idea. I could have put him here, and he would have shot his little ghost balloons into the center here, and it would have been great. But now we're going to change it up. We're going to go with this one here. Yeah, like that. We go all the way up there like that. And since we're making $1,000 a round plus our ability with the spirit now, I'm gonna get this one, and then he'll just launch those things from all over the track, and we should be able to go through this as quickly as possible. I just don't think the bottom path wizards as fast as I think it would be for a map like this. Just nothing's fast for a map like this on Magic Monkeys Only. It's all garbage. So I think this is our best bet. But I don't think we're gonna have enough. We only have 12 rounds left, so that'd be $12,000 for him, plus whatever we get in just regular money. Yeah, we might not, I don't think we're gonna have enough for this guy. It's kind of a waste of time. I only want it because it's global. He can stand there and throw his little sticky bombs everywhere across the map, which is awesome, but you know, gotta do what you gotta do. What am I doing? The best tower in the game. This one right here. What am I thinking? He's way better than Sticky Bomb. Sticky Bomb is garbage compared to the Bloons Master Alchemist, and I could have already had it if I would have started with him in the middle instead of that. Oh my goodness. Put that guy in, so I don't know if even targeting matters, but he does the entire track globally. He's gonna instant take down the ZOMG. He's gonna take down fortified BFBs. He's just a boss of bosses of boss, and I should have used him way earlier. And I can acidic mixture dip a Spirit of the Forest just because I can, because I feel like it. And because why not, I can also get a summon Phoenix. So I have some amazing abilities here ready to go, plus BMA who's just gonna one-shot ZOMG. So I might as well just use the ability now and just speed through 79 as quickly as possible. I love this. This is so easy. BMA it. What do you do? BMA it. There you go. I love it. All right, now we're on to double HP mobs, which I always forget about because it's just like reverse to me. It doesn't really matter. We just have to have like a Moab Assassin by round 40, which, not the biggest problem in the world. So I think what we'll do, keep it simple. We'll just put one right there, I guess. Doesn't really matter. And to be completely honest, I really liked this because when you get the Seeking Shurikens, it goes up and down the track. So it may not be global, but it does end the round a little quicker, just like a top path boomerang would do. So it's not gonna hurt to use it, and then we can maybe even sell it for a druid if it comes to that. Now in the last run on Tinkerton, I asked you guys a question. I was telling you about how I've been in boxing for a little bit over a year now, but it was getting a little expensive driving out that far, and it just cost more in general. So I asked you guys what you thought about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or wrestling, or what is your experiences with it? And I got so many comments. I did not expect that many of you to actually have a response or an opinion about it, which is just really cool. So thank you guys for being such an awesome audience. But one comment stuck out in particular because I was on the fence about it, and then one person said, I myself am in boxing. This is paraphrasing because I can't remember verbatim what it said, but I think you should learn enough of boxing to know how to get hit and how not to get hit and how to hit, and then move on to that ground game, that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, the wrestling. And I thought that was just super smart. I mean, it's very obvious and basic if you think about it, like you should just do that, but I never thought of that. It had to be brought to my attention because I was like just ready to, you know, throw in the towel over a little bit of inconveniences and a little bit more expenses. But I have been boxing for a year and I felt comfortable with it, but actually just yesterday I did my first like actual full on sparring. So I had the helmet on or the pads and we went at it, and it was against one of the resident pros at the gym. And oh my goodness, the difference between a pro and a non-pro, just like a normal person like myself, is beyond scary and intimidating and awesome and eye-opening. And yes, I need to stay in boxing so much longer because I'm good on my feet. I've learned a lot of the footwork, but when he started his wailing punches on me, I had no idea where I was at. I was like, what am I doing wrong? Coach, tell me what to do. And it was just one of the craziest experiences. I'll tell you more, but I need to focus a little bit on here because I'm getting too ahead of myself. So we have our druid. We're good there. We have our lead. We have our camo. We are going to round 80 on double HP Moab, so I do need to focus here a little bit and get some farms going so I can sell it for a Moab Assassin, or, you know, better yet, just keep the farm because we're going to need it anyway. Now I like to get 2 200s and just kind of let them be, and then get 4 200s and then turn them into those. Actually, we need a lot more farms, huh? Okay, never mind. Scratch that. We're buying a lot of farms. I forgot it's double HP Moab, so at the end it just gets really slow and it drags on forever. So I'm gonna buy 2 farms now, keep our defense up, and then we'll just kind of speed through at the end. I just don't know how to go any faster in the beginning of these things. They're just so slow. I mean, this is helping, so we've learned a little bit there. And obviously the druid's great, but I just don't want to sacrifice money for just grabbing a Neva Mist this early because I don't think it's that big of a deal. Could be wrong though. So I'm trying to figure out what to do here. I'm getting a little overwhelmed with everything going on, and I feel like there's too much coming at me. So I'm gonna use my ability here, and we have to use this Moab Assassin. So I might have to sell. I don't want to, but I'm actually going to. We need to take this out with the Moab Assassin, otherwise we're just gonna get dunked on. And then we're gonna do a couple other things once the round ends. So we're going to use that ability now, get it going. I'll use this ability too, my first ability. Use Moab Assassin, sell it, buy this one up to Jiu-Jitsu, Bloon Jitsu, and then we'll buy another farm just because I want to make sure we don't get dunked on. So before I upgrade these farms, I am going to buy one more Druid of the Jungle just to keep us safe. Now I wanted to get all these farms up to a 0 or 203 but I don't know what I'm gonna do about the actual Moabs. I have like limited idea of what to do. So I'm thinking I should just get a sniper and take them out the old fashioned way, just with pure strength, because I don't know what else there's to do at this point. We don't have anything good. I would have to get, ooh, like a top. Okay, we can do that too. We'll do that too. So I'll get this one up to there to make it cool. And then the other thing we'll do is a Moab shove. I think that's a smart play here. Put it right in the middle. That's the other thing too on advanced maps. You just can't farm as greatly as you'd want because you have to do these weird defenses that you never thought about doing. What am I patrolling? Stop patrolling, you nerd. Just do what you need to do. All right, so now we can, I think, focus on this because we have enough balloon popping power between 2 druids, this sniper, and we just got to get these 4 up so then we can buy our cool and awesome Monkeypolis that only makes 1,000 per round base price, which is purely awful, but that's what we got to work with, so that's what we'll do. Yeah, this is taking too long. The sniper can't see. No, we can't have that. We got to lock you somewhere else, like here only. Yeah, dude, if the sniper can't see, that's really bad. So maybe this will push them back too. But in the meantime, I am just going to get a boat just to start taking these things out because that was treacherous, super treacherous. Yeah, that's where we need it to. That's working. Okay, the sniper can attack there. That's awesome. Okay, now we start the wacky farming that I feel like we're starting way too late, but we'll make it work, I guess. I need to get 8, 9, 6, 5 here. And I just need to make sure I can get through 63. I believe I can. If not, I can just buy like another druid or something, but I don't think that's going to be necessary. And here's my Opolis, which is nice. And then I can speed it up. But I'm acting like I have something to work with here, but I really don't. What else can we do for 63? I think another couple of druids is just the way to do it. And then just do 1, 2, 3. And then another one even. Another one. Just like that, just to keep it safe. They're all in range of the village, which is nice. I'm just a little nervous if you couldn't tell. We'll see what happens though. Okay, here it is, 63, first rush down. Oh, jeez Louise, and like I said, if you need some help, you just use your second ability, and then it takes down the next couple, and you are good to go. And then I can sell all 3 of these, because I really don't need more lives. That's not really necessary. We got a farm there, and then we're going to grab one more farm, because we're greedy. Now, like I mentioned, I've been training for about a year and a couple months now in boxing, and I do a lot of private lessons as well because I figured you're going to learn twice as, or no, 10 times as much, right? Because when you have one coach training you for an hour versus, you know, one coach training 20 people for an hour, it kind of, things go by. You miss things. You might do something wrong for a while until it's corrected, and it's just kind of a bummer. So I do privates when I can, which is really nice. So I walked into this yesterday, this sparring session, thinking, you know, I'm so cool. I'm the biggest guy. I'm so cool. And I get in there, and the guy just rocks me. I had no idea, like, the difference between, like, a pro and a non-pro, right? It's like a NBA player versus a high school basketball player. It felt like it was just such a wild feeling. But anyways, I did get some good hits. He let me, he's very good at training and sparring because he doesn't just come in there and rock me, because then I would just leave, right? If he just came in there and just beat my head in, I would get out of there and never come back. So really cool guy. He knows how to work with it. So he'd ramp it up. He'd be like a Mario Kart Wii AI, to where you think you're winning, and then as you're doing better, they just come out of nowhere and win and blue shell you to death. And that's just what it was. So he started off small, but then there's a few times he just nailed me, like right across the face. And mind you, I've never been hit before, right? Like full on hit. And so I'm just like, even with the padding, it's not, I wouldn't say it's fun. I wouldn't say it's like, wow, I was waiting for that. You know what I mean? And so all of a sudden, I'm like, okay, I need to work on not getting hit. This is insane. So long story short, really good day. Went home discouraged. Felt like I'm like, oh my gosh, I need a lot to work on. So I went in again today to this regular gym, and I was like, okay, teach me defense. That was awful. He kept getting through me, kept punching me in the face. My footwork's great. I've been doing it for a long time. I know how to move, but I need to not get hit now. But I just really appreciated that comment that said, hey, like, learn it more, pretty much. Like, get to where you're efficient, to where the time that you spent there wasn't wasted and you feel like it was worth it, then move on to the next one. I thought that was genius, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I love all you guys' opinions, though, and it's really cool to see a lot of you into martial arts and training and just being more active. I think that's so cool of everybody. But okay, I'm yapping away again. I always do this. We need to just make sure we have enough for this and then just buy our Spectre. I don't think it stopped any time. I just want to tell stories. I love telling stories. I love just hanging out and see what you guys think about life and things. Okay, I'm going to sell a few of these druids too, because I think we can get a boat and speed him up. And now we have a super fast guy right here. Now, half cash. I have a screenshot. This is what I'm going for. And I don't exactly remember the pattern I got there in, but we're gonna do our best to get it there. Now, I know I start with dart monkeys, so I must sell them. That's what I do. I need to put, like, back in the day when I did strategies, I would write down on like notes or something or a notepad, and I would be like, round 1, sell for a dart monkey. Round 7, sell for this. Buy this. Use your ability twice at the end of the round. When you see a big BFB, hit number 3, you know, things like that. But I don't anymore. I feel like I'm so cool that I just jump in willy-nilly and then get wrecked. And that's just my life motto, honestly. But we're just gonna go off of this screenshot. It looks pretty self-explanatory. You can't buy too much in half cash, so it's not like I went super crazy. I know I stopped with the whole farming thing for at least for now, so I'm not gonna do that. Double advance, here we go, hard, half cash. I hate half cash, but we'll do it. And we're just gonna put 1 on each of these if we can. And I would like him to see in there too, and down there. Okay, if he can see down the track, it's just better. I just don't want to mess it up. And then we'll put him, like, it's just awful, right? It's just not good spots. And then you just wait for it, and they can't reach the middle unless you go with the bottom path. But I'm not going to spend $95, so guess what? Guess what? Nothing. That's what's happening. Nothing. So here's our 4 horsemen right now, and then I'm just gonna ride in with the Etienne. Like, just go straight to it. Just don't even worry about it. And I hope we can make it. We should be able to make it. I don't see how we wouldn't. It's just, I mean, a few blues on round 10, but we still have spikes in some spots. I'm not sure how that works yet, but there are some here and there's some there. So let's just, you know, not take them for granted and use them. So it may take longer for us to attack everything because we have nothing in the middle. Like, I could have put in a dart monkey, I guess, and put a little long range on it to do a little bit more damage, but they're taking everything out. I don't even think we've lost a life yet, which is pretty awesome. And we will be able to get Etienne at the end of this round. Oh my gosh, this feels like 5 minutes later. Let's just get there, guys. Stop spinning around in circles. There we go. Here's Etienne. There we go. Now I'm just going to start using Etienne's ability when I think things are going to happen, like round 15 for sure. Round 22 is always pretty awful, so we'll try it there. And then the next thing I'm going to do is get a druid, and I think that's where I sell my darts, if I had to guess. That seems familiar to me. So I think we're going to buy it up to right before it and then sell them, and they're 160 each. So that's 300 plus 180, so $480. That's not bad. So I used my ability again on 19, but I like missed it. So I'm gonna be like short on 22. I shouldn't have done that, but again, Mana Shield doesn't matter. I just want to have as much money as we can for round 40 because it's really hard on half cash, and look how much lives we're losing. Oh my goodness. Okay, but I need, how much do I need? $700, I think. Oh my gosh, dude, don't lose on purpose. I need $700 to get this. I might lose. What if I don't have enough to get the lead even? Like, that could be bad, right? No. Okay, we got this. We got this. We're not terrible. We're not the worst players in the world, right? Oh my gosh, we're the worst players in the world. Okay, so I'm going to sell these right now and see, hope it's enough. Okay, there we go. Now I have to hope that I have enough for 380 for Hardthorns, and I might not. I don't think I will. What happened? You know what it is? I was testing on my main account. I might have a monkey knowledge that's like super detrimental to what we just did. Oh man, that's rough. Because I don't test it on here because then I'll get experience for it and then I'll be way above you guys. Now I've noticed too, I totally forgot, when I lose, I'm still getting experience for playing those rounds. So that's kind of scary as far as like keeping it as close to 100 with you guys as far as if we're the same. So I'm not asking you to lose with me, but like I should have a little bit more experience. But I'm saying I don't train on my own on this account because then I would be like well above it, which would just be ridiculous. So long story short, there must be a monkey knowledge that I missed, which makes sense because I haven't really been focusing on magic monkey knowledge. What would it have been? What would it be? Dart monkeys do more damage? Like, what am I missing? Oh, maybe that's it because they don't, no, they do have the little thing above their head. So I'm getting that one. If you guys know, let me know. But luckily what we're going for here isn't that hard to obtain. We're just going to be going for the middle path and it will, hopefully will take down the Moab. I don't need it to be the ability just yet, the 4th tier, so we can get by with those shrapnel silver shell things. Heavy shells. See, I don't know any of the names. It's ridiculous. Which is crazy because I'm not one of those guys that are like, yeah, I don't know the name of that movie or I don't know the name of that song. I do. I know the names of a lot of songs and movies. So why can't I just remember the name of these things that I use a lot? Like so much. Why can't I pronounce shurikens the right way? Shurikens, shurikens, right? I'm just having problems everywhere. Now, the next thing I need to do is not lose on 40. So what we're going to do here is we are going to, I know this is silly, but I just got to do it. I got to make sure we don't do bad things here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go like this, move this here, and then we're going to hit play a little bit and then use our ability and then do this and then use our ability and then, geez, did I mess it up? No, I think we're good. We're good. We got a druid there still. I think we're good. I don't think we're gonna lose. Yeah, it didn't lose. Okay, now auto start back on and get out of here. I know that wasted some time, but it made me feel good about myself. So now we're okay. No, I don't want a boat yet. I'm gonna get artillery battery, and that guarantees our safety against any Moabs or anything like that. Yes, we're on a good spot here. I just usually have a lot more lives when I was testing out that little strategy before, so I'm a little scared. I always remember seeing it. Yeah, you'll see it on the screenshots. It's 100. So something happened. So now I could be a little safer, maybe drop this down a little bit, and I feel good about what we're doing. And technically we should be fine against 63 because I could even just use my artillery battery. God, that word is so hard to say. Artillery battery, and then use this ability for the rest of them, and we'd be good to go. So that's really cool. But on half cash, spending 2,000 on a stupid pipe seems really dumb, but it's just what we got to do here to keep it moving. Now, I don't think I need to micro anymore. I think he can do it on his own. Yeah, he can. Because as soon as he gets in his way, he just kind of shoots at it, which is cool. I should start using abilities, though, maybe at the end. Yeah, just sort of take it down even quicker. That's a better idea. So I'm going to readjust this one more time. I don't like that it's not hitting the bottom at all. So I think that's a little bit better. I don't want to go completely on the bottom because then it might not hit nothing, because it's not like the biggest blow up in this game. And I am saving my third abilities because I want to have it for 57. I think we can take out the first two with just like the... well, just naturally, right? But it's just kind of scary. So I'm going to use this one. And then at the second rush, I'm going to use my other ability just to make sure. Because 57 always scares me. And then as long as one of them is available for 60 for that BFB, we should be okay. But technically, we should have aircraft carrier. I don't think that's that far-fetched to have 7,500 by then. And wasn't this boat 6,900 like 20 minutes ago? Why does this thing change its price so much? I never keep track of this stuff. So no, we did not have enough for it. So we'll just use this one. That's no big deal. And then I do know that we can't take down a fortified Moab. I was gonna say mortified Foab, but we have to, well, now we can with this. So you do have to use your second ability, and it does take it down, which is really, really cool. So he can actually solo a fortified, let's just say mortified Foab. I like that a lot better. Now we're good here, 63. I'm gonna use that first one just to be safe. Don't wanna have any problems. And then we're gonna use Etienne's ability right there to go there. I almost said Gwen. I just cannot say Etienne. It must be a hard word for me. I live in dum-dum land sometimes. We're going to put this boat here and go for another one. I wonder if it's better to go there. I just want the best. I think that's actually better. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Get this whole section here. What's crazy is how much faster I could be if I just knew how to time things better. I don't know what balloons are coming out, and so I just do it badly. And next thing I know, I wasted that on the beginning of a round. I need it for the end of the round. But the reason I hold back on abilities so much, and I don't know if you guys do as well, but it's just because I'm afraid. Like, I'm afraid I'm gonna need it. Like, there might be something that's just looking like it's spinning around more than it should, and so I throw that ability down there. And if I don't have the ability to do that, it kind of scares me. Like 75 is one of those rounds that are like that. But then if you use everything up on 75 and take down these big old BFB clusters, then guess what? 63 might take you down, or 75, 76. I mean, because there's a lot of rushes. 63, 76 kind of sound the same to me just because you got the big old ceramic rush. But I'm going to use my ability at the end of this one, and see, I messed up. I don't think it'll take them all out, so now I just made this round take even longer. It's not going to kill me, I don't think, but if it does, he actually, no, might. No, it won't. We're fine, we're fine. So now I'm going to use this for here just in case. So there we go. That's what I was looking for. And now I have another aircraft carrier. Good stuff. And then at this point, I'm not going to have enough to do anything or for it to matter, so I'm just going to get the jungle drums and the alchemist that you see in the screen. Oh, jeez Louise. I'm using ability next time. That just seemed like it could have been very disastrous. Could you imagine? I wish I would have allowed myself to use continues in the very beginning of this game, but the problem is I didn't have enough money in the beginning. So, well, I didn't have any money, so I couldn't use the continues, especially when you're saving up for heroes. Now that I have like an excess of it, I'm going to use abilities. I just used them all. Wasn't screwing with that one there, that's for sure. Because like it's so disastrous when you're on Impoppable, or you're almost at round 80 and you just make a dumb mistake, or you're just not thinking correctly, and next thing you know you just lose this far, and it's so awful. Should I just take these naturally? Yes, I should. Well, I'll use, yeah, I'm going to, because I need to use the ability for this one to make it a little bit faster. Then I probably should have like microed this and then used the ability too. That's probably a little bit quicker. We'll do that in the future. But what are we at now? I think that was half cash, so that wasn't even bad at all. We're in alternate balloon rounds. I have not practiced or studied this at even a little bit. So I think we're going to avoid you for now. We're going to buy this one. Yeah, Etienne's going to be later on. He's going to have to, just because we need to make sure we have camo. Well, does Etienne see camo right away? No, right? So that's our answer. Could you imagine if you went on like a Black Border run that was like an Odyssey, and so every life that you lost, it stays with it? So like we're going into alternate balloon rounds with only like 52 lives, which I mean really wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but kind of scary. Okay, so we can't actually get a regular, oof, I didn't think about that. We can't get a druid yet because druid can't attack every single corner, so we would get dunked on. I don't actually know if I'm have enough for this. I might have bought in too many upgrades for the sniper or the ninja, and that'd be awful. But no, we can at least afford this. No, we can't. Okay, that's not good. Come on. Okay, that was scary, super scary. And then next is Etienne, just because we're gonna need his ability later on, so why not? I'm sort of thinking too, like, what if I'm having a bad spot for Etienne? I can move him here to where he can hit on both sides. That might have been a better play because then I can attack two sides at once. But then I'm thinking like, who cares, honestly? Because the Moab comes out of this side. That's what I need to worry about. So I always forget too that there is a camo lead that I do not want to leave the screen. So we need to get at least night vision goggles here. And then I'm going to say shrapnel shot in case there's like multiple leads we got to take care of. Yeah, because we're going to have the druid here, but who knows? I don't really know the order of camo leads that come out. So I just want to be safe. And we're not going to have Etienne's camo ability for a few rounds after since we took so long to get it. Now, the first Moab is a fortified Moab because it's alternate. Makes no sense. But it's alternate, meaning that we're going to get dunked on. So I want a farm. I want to sell the farm, and I want to buy something that can be used to win it. So maybe like, I don't know, maybe this sniper up to a main Moab. Not main Moab, but you know, is that what it's called? Main Moab, the 4th tier. You know what I'm talking about. But I'm thinking the best option would be, well, now I can't think about it. Oh, a Moab shove. That's what it'll be. It's cheap, it's easy, and it will stall the round and make it take forever, but we won't lose, and we can actually take our time to take it down and not lose. Because the problem I have with like the sniper is that it's expensive. This is not that good in consideration. Also, no. The main reason is because on alternate balloon rounds, I always forget a big slew of Moabs come out right after. It's not like it's on round 50 like in a normal game mode. You get Moabs, I think, on like 42. It alternates whatever the heck it alternates to make them come out sooner, and next thing you know, you're getting wrecked. So I think that's the best play here. But we do need this thing to turn into camo so we don't have to completely rely on the sniper. Oh, I just hit panicked, hit the wrong button, and then guess what? Look at me being a dum-dum. Okay, so Moab shove it is, if I can find it. There we go, and we'll put it right there, and then we'll have to probably sell. No big deal. Maybe not even, though, because we do have a farm. We can maybe keep it. Oh, that was easy. Okay, we're fine. But I don't have enough damage going to it. That's a little scary. So what I'm guessing is just to keep things off our back and it will help fight it, we'll do this. And then if I can afford a balloon jitsu, it's even better. Probably not. Okay, we can use Quincy. See what I mean? Just call it its right name, dude. 7, 8, 9. There we go. Perfect. That's a cleanup. Now here's where I'm kind of dumb. Like, no. I'm not going to do it. We're not going to be dumb. We're going to be smart about this. We're going to buy this first. And we're also going to buy a boat first. Not all the way up to the big expensive one, but a good enough one because I don't want to get dunked on. So we're going to go here. See, now I feel safe. Now I got a really good tower here. We got 2 little druids to help out. And now I can start farming. Because normally what I do is that same old Monkey-opolis thing. And then I get a flying fortress because we have like 2 ZOMGs at the end instead of 1. So it really does take a lot longer on alternate balloon rounds. But I also want to play this safe because with such a longer map, we'll make such a better time if we just don't screw up. That's really all there is to it. And I just know that we will screw up if I get too big headed and we're like, we gotta farm like a crazy person. I think what we gotta do is just not lose. And see, here's another 2 fortifieds. Like, come on, man. We have her ability or his ability or Etienne or Gwen. Why do I keep wanting to call it Gwen and Quincy? It's just Etienne. Etienne, it's an alien, okay? And it's Etienne. But we are going to get an aircraft carrier for now just to hold us over until we can get all of our farms up to the bottom path. So here's a BFB on 54. That's kind of wild. And we don't have nearly enough money here. And look at our time. We haven't made any fatal mistakes and we're already at almost 2 hours. So this is just definitely a slower time. But I still think we can get top 10 if we can just get through this one relatively quickly. So I'm thinking like, I think I should go for a 5th farm. I know it might sound a little crazy, but we got it pretty quickly there, so it won't matter. And then maybe another boat off the rip so we don't have to worry about like saving up for another boat. So maybe right there. I'm just trying to keep it safe here if you couldn't tell. I don't want to have any dumb problems that we don't need to like have. So I think that's a safe bet. And then I'm also going to grab that middle path because that thing's really awesome, especially if we get it all the way up to the good one. And I don't know what 63 is on this. Is it crazy or not? I always forget. But we have an ability and we have some good attack towers here, so we should be okay. And 2 druids, don't forget that. So just in case, I'm gonna use my ability there because I know I'll have enough for this one, and I'll use this ability here. And then we should have enough for this, and that should be enough to maybe not have an ability, but just to take it out. Yeah, dude, easy stuff. Okay, good stuff, I like it. So I'm actually not gonna get Monkeyopoulos in. I'm not gonna worry about it. We always overkill it with like a flying fortress, but I think having 7 farms. So I have my top tier boat, and I think the next best thing would just be to go for a Spectre because I'll get the speed boost from the plane boat, and I have enough farms here to just buy it outright if I need to, which I probably should, huh? But I could also buy it and then, because it's just those ZOMGs that take forever, but I have some good abilities, so maybe that's nothing to worry about. Yeah, let's just sell. Let's just get out of here. We've done our job. They made their money back. We have a lot of money to spare here even, so that's not bad. And then we could even I would say Alk buff, but I don't think so. I have 2 boats here. I can just buy more boats. I could actually buy another Spectre even, huh? Yeah, because I could sell this boat and then buy another Spectre. I think that's better. 2 Spectres and 1 top path boat. So it has a speed boost. They have the village. If I need to clean up, I can go with this cool 3rd ability. Wow, this is cool. I like this. Okay, happy. Now the problem with 80 is you think you're done and then you're not. There's a whole nother ZOMG, and I think now I'm done, right? Okay, there's 2, we're done. Now we're on to Impoppable. I'm pretty worried about it, to be completely honest, because I haven't done it yet. I have not experienced it at all. I don't remember it from when I did it back in the day. I don't think Etienne was even a hero at that time. And so we're gonna stick with what we just did and hope we don't lose and go like this and then get a dart monkey here like that. Yes, I think this is the best plan. And I'll probably get a 2-2-0 instead of just a regular 2-0-1 before Etienne, because we can't mess up here. But we're finally going to be able to see Etienne at level 20 getting that like permanent UCAV destroyer machine, which we have not seen yet, I don't think, which is going to be awesome. Well, depending on when I get him finally, it's going to be forever. Wow, this is going to be kind of scary. Like, I think we should get Caltrops, but we're handling it fine right now, right? But it's going to be around 14 and 15. Now, Etienne might not be able to help us on 15 good enough, and we might lose, but I think we have spikes everywhere, or I could be mistaken. It's only on these 2. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to go for it, and then we're going to use the ability on 15 if we can, hopefully. This could be bad. Okay, no, we got it. We got it. So as soon as I see those pinks, I'm letting them go, and let's do it now. There we go. Oh, that actually wasn't that bad. I don't know what I'm worried about. I did it again. I forgot about lead. I thought I'd have enough to get Druid of the Jungle and Hard Thorns, but I highly doubt it. Yeah, here's already 27. I have to buy another sniper here. Oh, gosh, man, I keep forgetting about that. But we should be okay with just this. And then once I get the Druid, I could sell this guy. Just everything costs so much more, and Impoppable just kind of makes it ridiculous. Okay, now that I have him, I'm gonna buy this Hard Thorns, and then I think I should get a farm up until around 35, I would imagine, just to like start getting some money back because we've just wasted a lot of it doing what we're doing. I have no idea what I'm gonna do here. I think just keep the same strat we've been using, just improve on it and take it longer in. Like, of course, Flying Fortress, we're gonna have to, but how are we gonna get to fly? I think 2 boats into a Spectre. No, I don't like the Spectre. I don't think it's as accurate. So I think 2 boats and the middle path mortar will be enough to get us through here. And I'm just gonna stick with this 1 farm for now so we don't overdo it. And to take down the Moab, what should we do? I like this tower, and I'm gonna use it, honestly. I think it's the best path. Now, I'd like to get a Bloon Jitsu because I have this guy ready to go. I don't know if I'll be able to afford it. I'm not selling any farms. We're gonna keep them because we need to go the long haul here. But 3,300 is a lot of money. So I'm just gonna ride it out, and then we'll micro this if we need to, but I think this will be enough. Oh, actually, we're almost there. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. And we'll use the ability. We're good. We're fine. That was cool. I like that. I'm going to be a little dangerous here. I'm going to get 1 more farm. Well, actually, another 2. I mean, come on. Why not? They're farms. We love farms. Okay, this is where I get crazy. So I'm not going to buy any marketplaces yet. We are going to get artillery battery. I said it right. And we're going to make sure that we can at least defend Moabs and every other Bloon class because, oh, we do have the camo and everybody. So we are safe. We are good as long as I can get that up to 50, 6,400 now. Jeez. See what I'm saying? Like, what is the, oh my gosh, let's do this. What is the increase of money on Impoppable? Is it 5%? Because it's like, see, it's crazy when it goes the other way, right? Like if you're getting taxed 5%, you're like, oh, that sucks. But I think it has to be more because we're seeing like big gains in money here, or losses of money, I guess I should say. But we are safe now for a while. I think I can take down even like 2 Moabs at a time. And again, I can use my second ability on ETN, or I can also use my ability on the cool new guy that we just got. But it's crazy to me how good a Blujitsu is not if it doesn't have a village and an alchemist. Like, it's a great tower, don't get me wrong, but it's nothing without its alchemist buddy, which is just crazy if you think about it. Like, alchemists are that good, and they're that bad too because they miss a lot. But I'm gonna use my ability here at the end to speed it up a little bit. See, if you've noticed, we are focused on speed because we are using as speedy towers as we can, but we're more focused on just not losing so we can make sure that speed gets where it needs to go. I used my ability there. I was a little nervous, and then I'm gonna grab a boat. This is getting a little scary, I'm not gonna lie to you. So with that, I think we're safe during 63, but I also don't want to risk it. So I think it might be best just grab another stupid boat here. I don't want to, but I think it's the best play. And then also too, I think we should also grab another druid just because why not? We'll use our ability there just to clean it up fast, and then another boat, and then we can actually start farming. So normally we have our flying fortress by like 80, I think, but I think we're gonna have to wait a little bit on it. It won't be a big deal. We're not gonna lose or nothing, but we're gonna have to like slow our speed down just because I don't want to make stupid mistakes. And I've lost so many times on Impoppable that it's just heartbreaking. And the strategy that I plan to use to go into chimps mode isn't the best, so we could also get dunked on there, and I don't want that to happen either. So just gotta breathe it out. And there it is, that first one. Okay, easy stuff. And then we're gonna use our ability for the second and third rush, so we don't have to worry about it, and we're clean. And here's where the party starts. We got our monkey town, which is awesome, and then our monkey city. And now I can buy a farm, sell one of these, and make sure I'm watching the screen too, because I've lost doing this a few dozen times. And then we'll buy a farm here, and all we have to do is get it up to banana plantation, save up, you know, $15,000, and then we can sell for a real farm. And there it is. So I'm going to sell all these because we can't gain lives from them anyway, and then we'll buy this one. Now I don't want to risk it anymore, so I am going to buy a carrier flagship before we get our next farm, because I know I usually like do that, but I don't think we have enough defense here to actually make a good stay with what we're doing. We do have enough, like this is enough defense easily, especially with our second ability on Etienne, but just again, don't want to make any dumb mistakes. So I just left everything to chance and wasn't even paying attention on 78. I don't think it got close, but I just realized that we are on a tougher round, and I'm sitting here trying to get farms. So I bought a flavored trade. See, dude, I make dumb mistakes sometimes because I'm worried about farming, because we do need to get a flying fortress, and that is a lot of work and a lot of money, but I also need to make sure that we're not getting like completely behind on our money. We got to get it before round 90, right? Usually I'd have it by now, which would speed things up a lot and you can kind of relax. But that's just not the case. So I think we're good with 2 farms. We'll be fine. And then I want to fit you there if I can. And of course I cannot. Huge bummer. I'm going to sell this druid because I need to fit it in there. It has to go in there. Oh, that's just a bust. All right, he's going to be on his own. I don't care. Go like that. There we go. There we go. Okay, so now we sell these. We have 50,000, 75, 70,000, 82,000. Oh, we're already there. I mean, we already have enough, so let's just wait a little bit. Maybe 85 because it's pretty slow. The rest aren't too bad. Even then, who cares? Etienne's already level 10, so we got like the alien master, so that means we have that thing ready to go all the time. We might just even wait to get it by naturally. Like, dude, I always underestimate how good farming is, and even if you take your time to do it, it's just really good. So like, yes, we're stalling a little bit of time here because we don't have the flying fortress, but as long as I get it before 90, which actually we're not gonna see, again, don't get stupid, don't get greedy, just buy stuff that you need and get it over with. 1, 2, 3, like that. There we go. Now we're completely fine. Like, we have nothing to worry about at this point, but just because I can, we're gonna sell this one too. I don't need that anymore. And we're gonna sell this too because I don't need that anymore. And then we're gonna buy this one, put on strong, larger potions, and now we got a beast of a tower. We have something to take down everything, and then I'm thinking for the the BAD. Have you seen 95? What 95? This is destroying it. This is awesome. I thought I'd have enough to get the cripple Moab, but I don't. I mean, obviously I really don't need it. I mean, this guy just does so massive damage, and if you let him go past round 100, it's insane, to be completely honest. But we're doing just fine like this. I'm not gonna buy that guy, so we'll just buy a first strike just to make it easy. And we're on 98, not even getting anything to the middle. That is so cool. I love that a lot. So on 100, we're going to use that and then use the first strike. It should go pretty quickly. Oh, wow. That was super quick. And here we go with chimps. Are you ready? Because I'm definitely not. I'm pretty scared, to be completely honest, because my strategy is kind of donkey, but we'll make it work. We're going to go with a ninja, of course, with a guy right here and making sure he can see into that track, and then we're good. Being able to use the ninja and the dart is such a cool thing on chimps, like to start off your first round. That was never a thing before, so I'm really enjoying it. Taking a risk here because I want to get Etienne as quickly as I can, so I'm going to do the same thing we did before, but it should be roughly the same. Oh, it's not, huh? We start later. That's not good. And he's not going to start on level 3. Okay, is that going to be enough? And it is. Okay, so I have nothing to worry about in Impoppable either, but now he doesn't have that boost of levels, so we're not going to get our camo nearly as fast. This is a little nerve-wracking, to be completely honest. But just to be on the safe side, I am going to get a druid. I don't think I did in my original run. I literally just went with like a pop and awe and a boat and stuff, but I just think this is a very safe way to keep safe. And then I don't know, we might actually lose. I didn't think about this. I should have bought a mortar right away because now we have 22 and that's a little scary here. Let's see if we can do it all. We might not be able to actually. Yeah, we didn't lose. Oh dude, no. We lost to 1. Huge bummer. I mean, that's just how it goes though. So we're still not terrible. We're not in a terrible time at all. Luckily we lost very early on. So 22 is nothing to like be too bummed out about. It's like a losing on 95 or something, but hopefully it doesn't set the precedent that that's going to happen. And where I went wrong was buying the druid. I needed a mortar first to help break up all those balloons that come out. And I don't even think we need a druid. I don't see the point in one. All right, this is a lot safer. And I'm going to use my ability just to be even like 10 times safer. And I think once we get this one, we can move the targeting down a little bit because now it's like hitting in the middle too. Yeah, that's not terrible. I mean, the shot placement is terrible. It goes wherever the heck it feels like, but I mean, it's working. And then once we get heavy shells, we'll be even safer. But see, when it only hits the middle, we're kind of not getting any pops on. That's kind of scary, to be completely honest with you. But now we're good. Now we are good. And I think we can even save up for artillery battery before 40 and we'll be completely fine with what we got here, which will be awesome. So I'm a little scared about what's to come on 636, but okay, looks like we're pretty clean. I feel like I should upgrade my ninja, but I just don't really want to, and I don't know if we need to. So I'm gonna use my ability here just to be safe on that last round. We're getting really close to having what we need. I don't know where the best target placement is. I'm thinking maybe over here would be a little bit better, but I mean, it's working, so just stick with it, I guess. It is kind of working. Okay, we're good. Now we're good. I can move it down a little bit, let it do its thing. And we can take out the Moab with literally no problems. And I guess the next step would be to just remove this, right? Yeah, because I can use my ability, so it's not a big scary thing on 40. I can even buy my boat. Okay, let's do that. And then we'll use the ability, clean it up, super simple. Probably didn't place the boat the best because I was like in a hurry, but whatever. We have our full camo seeing by everybody. So the next step, we just save up. That's all we can do is just save up. Not bad at all. Okay, we got our aircraft carrier. That means literally nothing can hurt us now until 63. And then by then we should have our carrier flagship. And the reason I'm getting the boat is just because it's safe. It's a good tower. The Spectre kind of dies out later on. Not that the boat doesn't, but the boat gives us a platform to put other towers on if we need to. So a lot of good stuff comes from it. So this is the part of the game where I keep my fingers on 2 and 3. So if we have any scary things pop up, we almost have the boat, so I'm not really worried about it because I can use the ability for that. But you just don't ever know with the boat. Like what I said earlier, they fly off the screen. Look at it, they're gone and they just leave. And then so they might not have that good of damage. But then if you retry last round, guess what? They might completely destroy the Moab or BFB or ZOMG instantly because they're all in the right place at the right time. You just never know with this tower. It's kind of a Garbo tower like the Alchemist. It's just random, but 90% of the time it's pretty good. So we're going to do this naturally since that was pretty easy. And then we're going to use our ability for the second and third rush because I don't want to have any problems because this Futurama plane is just a beast. And yeah, look at that go. I love it. 75, I am going to use abilities. I just need to make sure I use them at the right time. Yeah, because that first rush isn't going to be that big of a deal, I don't think. So we'll use it now. And that should be, yeah, super fine. And then it'll actually carry over into that 76. Super easy. We just need $35,000 for a pop and awe. Oh, but I don't know if that's the best choice. Part of me feels like I should have went with the top path mortar, but then that thing costs so much money now, so I don't know. Now I used my Poppina or my artillery battery for the first rush of 78, and I'm gonna use it again just to be safe. Yeah, just I don't want to have any problems. And we do have enough for Poppina, and then it resets it anyway, I believe. so I might as well just do it. It's kind of like the middle path sniper monkey that resets even if you have one available. So now that we have this like behemoth going crazy, I don't even know. What I'm gonna do though is I'm going to buy a sniper, but top path on strong with the shrapnel shot. In my previous run, when I was practicing, I did it with the bottom path, but then I realized that Cripple Moab has that really cool like ability now where it pops everything around it. So I think that might be a safer choice. And we have two really strong abilities if we need it with both the UCAB and the Papana. So Papana is doing all the, yeah, dude, I don't even need, I thought maybe I'd have to like use an ability, but why? I think anything that's a BFB or under, we can take no problem in the middle. But I don't know about fortified, so I'm not going to take that chance. We're not losing this late on. I don't think it'll be a problem, but again, why take the chance? And Papana stalls everything too, so that'll be very helpful if we have like a big spread across the whole track and it's getting a little scary. But all this, easy stuff, easy. It just, we have no idea if we're going to lose. Like, it's just out of nowhere you lose. And it doesn't matter, it's chimp, so you can't like, it's not like you can go home and retry it. Otherwise, you're going to get a gold border, not a black border. I honestly don't know if Cripple Moab was the best choice. I'm pretty nervous about it. I'm going to use my ability here just to clean up. I might have to use it twice. Yeah, we're getting a little scared. I'm going to pop an awe here just to make sure we do enough damage. That was a little overwhelming, but now we have 0 abilities. Well, I guess we have Etienne's ability if we need it. But again, we can take pretty much anything BFB and under. I don't know if this was the right sniper to choose. It's very slow. I always do audible calls, and I don't know why I do that because I make it harder on myself. But we're going to use this ability again, and it's going to last over, obviously, so that's good. And then I think we're safe, but I don't know if I should use Papana just to be safe here. Yeah, I'm going to use it. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. We can take down some... Can we take down DDTs naturally? I'm going to get this out there too, just in case. I think we can, right? Yes. Okay, we'll speed it back up. We're good. Use that ability again, just because I'm scared. Okay, where's that thing at? I don't want to mess this up. Okay, Cripple Mob. There we go. Dude, this is strong, dude. I love it. Are we good enough? Yes, we are. I hate that I keep slowing it down, but it's better than losing, you know? And just to be on the completely safe side. Look at that go. I love it. Okay. Now, if possible, I want to save all my abilities for 95, so we're just going to try to do this naturally and slow everything down. There we go. Glue splatter. I might have to like roll into it. Actually, though, it'll come back. It'll come back. We'll be okay, I think. And if we have popping off, not. And now we can grab a village to make everybody a little bit faster. We'll grab a mortar here too, because why not? Just to make everybody a little easier. Okay, now this is scary. I'm going to use my Papana. Oh, actually, that was really easy. Oh, it was very easy. Okay. Use my ability here. Okay, good. I think we were fine. I think we're fine this entire time. I just don't want to worry about it. That's all that's going on here. And for 98, I do want the shattering shells. There we go. That's easy stuff. Okay. And then I think what I'm going to do lastly, I don't know if we'll have enough money for it. I'm not going to get like a first strike because I don't think we're going to need it. We have a really long track here. But what I am going to do is get a Shinobi for 99 if that's what needs to be done. Because I think we should actually pop an awe here maybe, huh? We'll wait for it, pop an awe just to be safe. And then we'll Shinobi, use an ability here because we can. Look, we're already taking it down, so I don't even think we're going to have abilities, but we don't need them either. And then we can just use pop and awe. Okay. Okay, good. And we'll slow it down. That is game. Oh my gosh, that was super scary. I should have practiced more, but we did it. Let's get to that game over sign. Double advance. There's our black border. Boom. 2 hours, 39 minutes, and 27 seconds. Where does that put us? Oh my gosh, all the way at 24th place. And we lost on cargo on chimps mode. That's how long Spillway is. That is wild. We legit lost on cargo on chimps, and then I think another game mode even, and came back from that and got a 240. Park Path we lost too, and we're almost there. Now we did lose on Spillway, but that just goes to show you how much longer a longer map is, because we barely lost on round 22. It wasn't no chimps run like 98 or something like we did on the other one. So that is completely insanity. So something like Underground's gonna be way quicker, and then Cornfield's gonna be the slowest thing on this planet. But we did gain some knowledge there, just 1 point, but that is gonna finish out. Finally, we're gonna have our winged monkey, which is cool, and then we can start on our magic, or should we just finish out primary probably, huh? But either way, I had fun. I hope you did too. And if you have not yet, check out this video where we Black Border Tinkerton, the newest map to Bloons TD6, as fast as we possibly can. That's every single game mode as quickly as possible.